Okay, I was born and raised right here. I went to Liberty, Poly, and Shamawa. And
What's your name?
Gerald Godfrey. Yeah.
Any special memories from high school?
No, not any important memories. This guy right over here, he can remember a lot of important things.
Were you in sports at all? Or?
No. I was always too small.
Hello, I'm Walter Parks. I live in Garden Grove, California. I graduated from Poly in 1953. And I'm really happy to be here since this is the 50th, and I feel really lucky to be here. Thank you.
What did you do after high school?
I went in the Army. I served in the 4th Armored as a forward observer. And then after I got out of the Army, I went to junior college, got my AA degree. And then I went to work for the Riverside Press. From the Riverside Press, I went to the Daily Pilot. From the Daily Pilot to the Los Angeles Times, where I retired.
My name's Don Wright, and this is my lovely wife, Donette. And we're from Gig Harbor, Washington. And we graduated in 1953. She didn't. She's quite a bit younger. It's my daughter, in fact. This is Marguerite Doss. I remember her from... I remember Marguerite from the junior high school days.
He was my 8th grade boyfriend.
She broke my arm. And then my heart, my arm. This is June Thomas Pounders.
Hi.
And she does a wild fudge.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and tacos.
And
tacos, yeah.
And Andy.
And Andy just does everything.
Andy does everything, that's right. Exactly. And
Any special memories from high school?
special memories, yes. June Thomas's fudge. And Marguerite used to have a doodle bug she'd ride up and down the alley with me.
Yeah.
Oh, it was my
rode
doodle
with
bug.
him.
Yeah, I see. That's good enough.
I'm Jean Staten, and I'm here. I came from Modesto, California. I'm looking to move here. I'm staying with my old friend from school, Dare Potter, Bell, and I'm sitting next to my good friend, Marcy Losi Treadway, and she doesn't want to talk, so I have to talk for her. We're having a great time, and I know it's just starting.
Any special memories from high school?
I have great special memories of dances and parties and decorating for the different dances. We went to all of them, and High Try, especially High Try, Balboa Beach. Keep on going. Okay.
What did you do when you got out of high school?
When I got out of high school, well, I got married right away. And like most of us did, I met him at school and had 2 children. And they're both grown up now, of course, and successful. My son is a disc jockey in San Diego and sells real estate. And my daughter sells insurance, and she lives in Hayward. And I have no grandchildren, but I adopted 4 children, and that's been fun. So life is good.
Something. Okay. Cheryl Markcroft Mann. Well, I was originally born in Artesia, California. I'm a native. I moved here in the 6th grade. And I went to Central Junior High, and then Polytechnic High, and then Riverside RCC.
Right. Well, did you travel to any place special after graduation, besides the crossing streets or RCC?
Oh, well, we kind of traveled around the United States and enjoyed going to the different capitals of the states, and then I went down to Guadalajara, and then Niagara Falls a few times, and Vancouver, and so forth, and no.
Okay.
So I raised a wonderful family and have wonderful grandchildren.
Wonderful.
I'm Beverly Jean Hoover Vichcon. I live here in Riverside, have for practically all my life, except for 5 years when we went back to Indiana. I'm a widow. We had 4 children. I have 6 grandchildren, 1 great-grandson, and I'm retired now.
Since you stay in Riverside, you hang around with some of the friends.
I never see anybody.
You never see anybody?
Uh-uh.
We're all saying it. A lot of us that are here in town, no matter where you go, you don't run into people that.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, any, where did you right after high school? Did you meet your husband in high school? Or?
No, no. I was married right after high school, but that person and I were divorced right afterwards, and I met my husband a few years after that. We were married 32 years, and he passed away. So,
Okay.
I've been busy.
So for stopping.
I'll tell you. Okay.
Hi, I'm Harold Bodie. The best thing I remember about high school was the change going on in our lives between boys and girls. I did my studies, but I concentrated on the girls and didn't make a lot of headway with them, but that was kind of my hobby. I was also a photographer with the Koala staff, and that was the thing that kept me most busy. After high school, I went into electronics, and after electronics, I went into the ministry, and I served in that calling for 37 years and retired in the year 2000, and now I'm doing the same thing on a volunteer basis. My last ministry was 16 years in New York City, the greatest city in the world, and we retired to Cleveland, Ohio, because that's where both my wife and myself were born. We have 2 sons and 8 grandchildren, and the Lord has been very good to us. So,
Glad to see you back here in Riverside for the reunion.
well, thank you. I wouldn't have missed it. This is my first reunion.
This is your first reunion?
Yes.
Great, we're glad you're here. And you have not only one career, you have several careers.
Several careers, yes. Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you for asking.
I'm Rosemary Franklin Nesbitt, and this is my husband, Richard Nesbitt. We celebrated our 46th wedding anniversary in September, and we met at UCLA. My Bachelor of Science is in nursing there, and he has his bachelor's, master's, and PhD. So college was good to us, and I ended up working as a public nurse for the LA County Health Department for a number of years, and then did private duty nursing. And then after I had retired from nursing, when our daughter was little, we have just one daughter, and after I retired from nursing, I ended up going into direct sales and managed a very interesting business, and that was fun. We have 3 grandchildren. They were all born in Alaska because our daughter's a chemical engineer from Stanford, and she ended up going up there for a 3-week research project and never came home. And so that pretty much covers all of the history. Oh, absolutely. Miss McSweeney was my favorite teacher in high school. She was an English teacher, and we had a marvelous field trip to the Huntington Library, which was the first time I'd ever been to the Huntington Library. And, of course, now we're members of the Huntington Library Friends because of how much we enjoyed that. And she was the one who was so clever and told me I needed to take speed reading or I'd never make it through my freshman year in college. So between my junior and senior year of high school, I went to Riverside Community College and took speed reading. So she was a great teacher. Oh, save the day, Kathy. Thank you.
Up north of Sacramento, between Red Bluff and Redding, about 10 miles off I-5 on 10 acres. That I built the house myself, and with the idea that I was going to be out of debt by the time I was going to retire. I work 3 days a week, and I have 2 boys, 26 and 28, because I finally learned how to do it. I thought shaking hands wasn't the way to do it because I was 40 before I had my first one. How's that?
Well, no, we're not through with you.
Oh.
I understand the classes are on there.
Pardon? Oh, my.
I understand you're running for governor of California.
Yes, from California, because I'm from Austria, you know.
Right now.
Hello, my name is Dean Meyer.
And I'm Lorna Meyer.
It's my wife, not my sister. But we, when I graduated from high school, I went to work immediately for Pacific Telephone in Los Angeles. So I left the Riverside area and kind of lost touch with my class. This is really the only second reunion I've been to.
What was the other one? What was the other one?
The 30th. Yes, ma'am. So,
We're thrilled to be here, and we're enjoying meeting. In fact, I'm meeting a lot of people, of course, that I've never met before, and they're delightful people. I wish I'd met them before.
well,
Yes, I enjoyed it.
well, I thought we had a wonderful class. We have a great class. There were 633 of us, as I remember, and hopefully I'll get to see some of them again and maybe meet some that I didn't know so well.
Is there anyone special you'd like to see tonight that you haven't seen for a long time?
Well, there was a girl that sat in front of me in Math 3 class that I've lost touch with, and I don't think she's going to be here, Pat Mears. And I really would like to see her again because we were good buddies, and we helped each other through Mr. Dixon's trigonometry. We've got an address for her, but I wrote.
And I live here in Grand Terrace. That's been a long time ago. I don't remember much.
What did you do after high school?
Worked for civil service, worked at March Air Force Base. I was worked in civilian personnel. I'm in charge of employees. Was there for a long time, then transferred to Norton. Yeah.
Favorite boyfriend?
Yeah, Gene Grass. I still remember him, but I don't know whether he's even around anymore. I haven't seen him for umpteen years.
50 years, probably.
Yeah.
Anybody special you want to see tonight?
Just
Yeah.
yeah. Eleanor, you talk.
Eleanor Stickle. I graduated and went to work down the street at the phone company. Transferred to Santa Ana with the phone company. Went to Balboa with the phone company. Went back to Santa Ana with the phone company. Went to Irvine for the phone company. And then I retired.
You practically had to have skates, didn't you?
Did you ever get married or?
No.
Never got married?
No.
How about high school? Were you ever in any sports or cheerleading or?
No. Terry and I played tennis.
Played tennis?
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. My name's Rachel Corona, and I live in Fontana. And like what you want me to tell you?
Well, any special memories from high school?
Oh, yes. My senior year was the greatest. Yes.
Were you in any like sports or cheerleading?
At GRA, I was involved with a lot of sports. Yes. So it's been so long, you know.
Is your husband here?
Yes, this is my husband.
Boyfriend.
You did that in high school?
No, we went to different schools. So here I'm over there. Through acquaintances. I knew his sister, and then through her I met him.
And a truck.
Yes.
Okay, I'm Mary Ann Watt. I live in El Centro, California. We drove in today for this function, and really looking forward to it. Been looking forward to it for, oh my, several years. Yeah, going to see a lot of friends. They've already started to gather, and just looking forward to a wonderful evening. Oh my, got married, had children, moved all over the place, and my husband and I have lived in Massachusetts, and he's part of a ship's reunion committee, so we're going on our way to Norfolk, Virginia next weekend for a ship's reunion. So we've been to Buffalo, and we've been to Pensacola, and we've been to Nashville, and so we get around. We've been doing.
Musicians in Nashville?
Oh yeah, we saw Patsy Cline's show, you know. Oh, it was excellent. The little girl was just great. It was really good. Yeah, we enjoyed it very much.
Tell us who you are.
I'm Dixie Fuller, Daly.
And where were you born?
In Orange, California.
California? Mm-hmm. Any special memories from high school?
Well, gee.
How about any special boyfriends from high school?
Oh. That's been so long ago.
Do you keep in touch with any of your high school friends?
Yes, Mary Watt, used to be Mary Rogers, and Mary Melvin.
That's right.
Pardon?
That's right.
And we've been friends since the whole time, since we were 16 years old.
That's a long friendship. That's over 50 years. Yeah, that's
Were you ever in any sports or cheerleading? Or
No.
No sports or cheerleading.
When would you like to see another reunion?
I don't know.
5 years? 1 year?
Those questions, that's it.
This is Joyce Caskey, Tuso, and I'm so pleased to be here tonight on our 50th. My husband and I just celebrated our 50th, so it's really the 50th year. It's nice seeing everybody here, and I look forward to seeing them at the next one.
Did you? What did you do after high school? Did you work or school?
I went to school, and I did nursing, and went on and took some engineering and worked with my husband and ran a business. We're, of course, both retired now and RVing and loving it.
All right. Is
Thank
there
you.
a favorite place you like to travel?
Everywhere.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Hi, I'm Patty Cantarini, and after we left high school, my husband and I met when we were seniors, and I went to dental school in Beverly Hills, and we moved to Ventura. We have 2 daughters, and one works at Loma Linda, and one's a teacher, and 5 granddaughters, and 2 grandsons. And we live in Ventura County now, California, and we travel with the Tusos.
Okay, great. Whenever you're ready.
I'm Bill Price. I live in Hemet now. I've been hanging around Riverside ever since I left school. All went up to San Francisco a while, Bakersfield. Some people I'd like to see here tonight, but I guess aren't coming. Jack Starnes, Don Littlejohn. But anyway, I hope maybe they'll show up later.
What did you do in high school? Any sports or? No? Just staying out of trouble, huh? That was
trying.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Lou Hicks Nelson. We came down from Salem, Oregon. But Paul has lived in Riverside for most of his life. We only moved 1946. We only moved to Salem, Oregon about 3 years ago. Something special from years ago. Friends in Polly. Betty Livingston. Janice Brown. It's too many years ago. Dixie, well, her name is Gross now, Dixie Hogan. There was a whole group of us from High Grove that went on clear through high school. Theron Toogood, I hope he's here. GRA, did a lot of athletics. Ours was the first class to get a letter. The girls got a letter for GRA class.
And how'd you guys meet again?
Paul and I met
In 1950.
1950, and we went out together, and then he went overseas, and I married somebody else, and
I married somebody else.
he married somebody else, and then we got back together about 6 years ago. 6 years ago, and so I say I married my childhood sweetheart.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Charlene Miller.
Ron Miller, both from Riverside. I went to Pauley, graduated together, and I've been here most of my life. I married this wonderful woman right here.
How'd you guys meet?
In high school.
In high school?
In high school.
At an apartment building.
And then later in an apartment building.
Do you have any kids?
2.
2 boys?
2 girls.
2 girls, huh?
2 girls.
What do they do?
One's a real estate agent, and the other one's a housewife.
Oh, great. Any special memory from high school that you can remember?
Just remember how great it was.
How great it was?
Yes. How much fun.
Oh,
There we go.
you know, like, who are you?
Well, I'm Jim Geddes.
Okay.
And where do you live now?
I still live in Pedley.
You retired?
About 17 years.
From what?
I was a sheet metal worker.
You have any good memories of Folly?
No, bad.
Who were your buddies you hung around with?
Oh, all the hoodlums from out on the west side.
Name some names.
Oh, Dean Slacks, Ray Showalter,
Get the mic
Harold
up there.
Jeffries.
Look up here.
No, there's a bunch more. I can't think of them all. Mac Bird.
All right.
Carolyn George Wallace,
And who's your friend?
and my daughter Sharon Young,
That's good. Where do you live now?
Portland, Oregon.
And who do you live with?
My husband, Preston Wallace.
Are you retired or is he retired?
Yes, we're both retired.
From what?
Well, he was a jeweler, and I worked for Sprouse Wrights.
Who were your close friends at Folly? Name some names.
Betty Clark, Shirla Olson. Let's see, tongue-tied.
Any special memory from high school?
Lots of them. Lots of them. Nothing, not right now.
How did you meet your husband?
How did I meet my husband? We had moved to Oregon to buy a restaurant, and I met him up there.
Oh, great.
Does Sharon live here in Riverside?
No, she lives in North Carolina.
Oh,
Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina.
That's great.
San Diego girl, but East Coast now.
Thanks a lot.
Hello. We're Annette and Don Young, and Annette graduated in '53, and I graduated from Paris High School. And we met at Riverside City College in 1955, where I went to school on to Cal Poly. Annette went to San Diego State, and she became a teacher at the Riverside School for the Deaf. And then now we live in Channel Island by Ventura County.
What kind of activity? Like travel or?
We're into RVing and having a good time.
Any favorite place you like to take it?
We like the desert. We also we have a home in Palm Desert too. We love to go down to the desert and enjoy that. So.
Any special memory from high school that you can think of? Did you play sports or anything?
Well, I didn't play. I played. I was a miler at Paris High School, and but that's about it.
Okay.
Now.
Go ahead.
Okay, Dick Haglund, Judy Haglund, my wife. We live in North Tustin. Have for the past 15 years, and we retired. Yeah. Worked for Mobil Oil for some 22 years and retired from Mobil.
Who are your close friends?
Okay. I expect to see Don Wright here tonight and John Schnurr. And who else?
Jerry and Jan Bardo.
Any favorite sports teams that you have? Or
And what?
any favorite sports teams or sports that you like? Or
Oh, gosh.
Golf.
Not really. Yeah, we like golf, yeah.
Who's
And
better golfer here?
oh, she is.
Not really.
And that's
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Helen Griffin Hall. I go by Louise. I live in Moreno Valley, California. Married to Douglas Hall. Be 50 years next week. We have 2 lovely children, 5 lovely grandchildren, and they are a delight. We love to travel, and we RV it a lot.
Where's your favorite place to travel?
Colorado River or Sedona, Arizona.
Who were your friends in school that you hung around?
Oh, Janet Allen and Jeannie Kent and Benita Holmrikausen and Devane Flag Twat, excuse me. Haven't seen them in a long time.
Yeah, you kept in touch with them.
No, they've been gone a long ways, long time.
Okay.
Thank you.
My name is Patsy Schulte, Patterson Schulte, and I live in Riverside, have all of my life, most of my life, almost, all from the time I was about 6. And loved high school, was great fun. Miss Schnee was my favorite teacher, and I can still sing Polly High to You, All Our Hearts Are True. No, what else you want to know?
Do you have any memories of Folly? Your best memory of Folly?
Proms, Football games. PE was fun.
Okay, who are your close friends? Name names of people.
Diane Myers, Donna J, Marie Thompson. I'm trying to think of maiden names. I'm going back. Ellen Steinbrook, Cheryl Idy, Mimi No. Shall I go on?
This is Don and Kathy McLean from Hawaii, and right now we're touring around a motorhome, and all we've done for the last 20 years is enjoy every day.
Right. Any special memories from high school?
I don't have any memories, special memories from high school. I enjoyed them all.
How about what's your favorite place to travel?
Favorite place to travel is an island called Palmyra, which most people have never heard of. It's down in the South Pacific. It's uninhabited. 900 miles south of Hawaii. No, you go by boat.
Got to say, Tom Whiffen. What do you like to hear? I don't.
Where do you live now?
I'm still in Riverside. Been here for a long time.
When did you retire from?
What from?
Yeah.
Actually, I work for the civil service. Retired in '94. And, just been enjoying it ever since.
Who are your buddies in school, or do you hang around with any of them now?
Jim Geddes more than any of them. Yeah. I think I see. No, I don't recognize. Thought I saw one I recognized.
Who else did you hang around with?
In high school.
Have you stayed in touch with anybody but Jim Geddes?
Yeah. See, well, Dominic, I see him every now and then. Bill Epling.
Were you into sports or anything in high school?
Not a whole lot.
Anything at all?
Intramural.
Yeah.
You ready? Go.
Where do you live?
I live in Napa, Idaho.
Give your name.
Your name?
Pardon, I didn't hear it.
Your name?
Bob Fisher.
And any special memories from high school?
Oh,
Any special
had a lot of fun. Played a lot of ball, and chased a lot of girls.
Play baseball or
Oh yeah, basketball, football,
what positions?
and baseball, catcher, center in football, and guard in basketball.
Wow.
You're not retired yet, Bob?
Oh, I retired in 1988
From what?
as a fireman from the city of Riverside.
Did you ever try to make a pro baseball?
Oh no, I wasn't any good. I went in the Army.
Name some of your buddies you hung out with at college.
Oh, Jack Coffin, and then I hung out with a lot of guys that were in the class of '54, Roger Folsom and Kenny Dickerson and those guys.
Have you stayed in touch with any of those guys?
I see those guys every Super Bowl Sunday in Parker, Arizona, and I see them at Brookings, Oregon, 4th of July. There's 5 of us get together every...
Who's your favorite football team?
Now?
Yeah.
Pro?
Pro.
Oh, I don't know. I kind of like Denver. They're okay. I don't care for any of them too much.
Tell us, are you married now?
I'm married. Got my wife's in Idaho. She couldn't make it. We're having a family reunion in a week, so she stayed home.
What's her name?
Her name is Berla. I met her in Riverside when I was still a fireman. We've been married 16 years. And she has 2 of her children live there, and all my kids live here in Riverside.
Wait, your name, and then where you're living.
I'm Paul Strain, and this is my wife, Aletha. And we live in Long Beach, California, and we are both retired teachers. I taught at Rubidoux High School, and my wife was a teacher at Riverside Community College for many years.
How did you guys meet?
We met at First Methodist Church in Riverside.
So go to the same church or
No, because we moved to the beach area.
beach area?
Uh,
Any special memory from high school?
I can remember that last night when we buried the vault of memories in front of the old one of the old halls there after graduation. That's about all I can remember.
Ever dig it up?
I don't know. I always wondered if they did.
We'll have to find out for you. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, my name is Gordon Maloney. I worked for over 31 years as a real estate appraiser. I currently am retired, living part-time in Hemet, playing golf 3 or 4 times a week. And that's my biggest activity. I do a little antiquing here and there.
Any golf, tennis anymore?
I play golf, but I don't play any more tennis.
Gordon was the #1 tennis player, Paul.
Well,
#1.
Yeah, I guess so.
Who were your buddies at Poly, and name some names?
Well, my buddies at Poly, I guess, were most of the guys that were on the tennis team. I like Don Patterson and Dave Hoover, and there were just Dick Fleming. He was always a really good friend of mine. Is he here tonight? I got to look him up. Well, I only play the short 9s, so I just play the one where I live, which is in Hemet, and I still haven't mastered yet. So, and I've only been playing for 2 years.
You got a hole-in-one yet?
I've got 1 hole-in-1.
That's not bad.
And I've got witnesses, and I've got the ball signed. So, in fact, when I got that, somebody got real mad at me and said, I've been playing 45 years and I never got one, and I thought he was going to rip the ball out of my hand.
Oh, my God.
But anyway, it was nice talking to you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Patricia Jenkins Richmond. I lived in Riverside all my life and glad to be back here again. And I came this year because I watched the video last year.
It's a great group to be with, I can assure you of that.
Any special memory from high school that you can think of? Did you play sports? Or,
No, I didn't. What
did you do after high school?
I worked right away here in town. Yeah.
Where at?
Riverside Title Company downtown. I worked there. I was trying to think of what would be good to say. You know, I was always, let me just say this, I was always impressed. They had a Big Sister program when I was first in Poly High School, and I really enjoyed the Big Sister program. It made me feel part of the group.
Great. All right. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Doris Turner. I'm glad to be here tonight. It's been 50 years of absolute wonderment, and I'm looking forward to another few years.
And how did you guys meet?
Well, I'm in real estate, and my husband's in real estate also. So we have a common interest, and he came into my office looking for some land to buy.
Oh, there we go. So you found a wife, huh?
Became my best customer.
Any special memories from high school?
Not really. I was only in the class for my junior and senior year. I moved here from Nevada. So, but it was a wonderful experience, and I wish the seniors and the students coming on would have as wonderful high school years as we had in '53.
Oh, great. Okay. There we go.
I'm Andy Lecoq, and this is my wife, Maureen. We're from Hurst, Texas, near Fort Worth, and graduated like everybody else in '53. I was in the Army ROTC drill team, not drill team, but I mean the rifle team, I should say. And we got married in 1960 and have 4 grandchildren, and this is our first reunion.
How'd you guys meet?
We met at a Presbyterian church function.
Well, that's a good place to meet.
Right.
What did you do after high school?
Well, after high school, I went to University of Washington. And then I went back east to Chrysler Institute, a graduate school, and that's where I met her in Detroit.
Do you have any hobbies? Or?
Well, I like to fly. I like, in fact, I was a member of the Model Railroad Club at Poly High, and I'm not doing that right now.
He loves to travel.
And I like to travel.
You guys have a motorhome or anything?
No, we don't have, but we have a place at a lake.
Great.
In East Texas. So.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Barbara Castle Craig, and this is Sam Gordamondo. And very happy I have made every reunion, and very happy to be here. Thank you.
And can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Any special memories? Did you play sports or cheerlead or?
Played sports. I did a lot of things, I think, but I can't remember everything.
Nothing at all, huh? you have any hobbies now that you enjoy?
Yes, yes. We fish a lot. Live in Mexico half the time. Dive, ski, fish, boat,
Okay.
cruise.
Any kids?
Yes, 2 boys, 4 grandchildren.
Very good. What do the boys do?
I have a son that's a physician in town, and another one that is an optometrist in Escondido, and I have a granddaughter that's a cheerleader at Poly High, a grandson that plays baseball, and 2 twin granddaughters. Yeah, okay.